Hello! Welcome back to Game of Muscle YouTube channel live. We're going to test out some Assetto Corsa Competizione multiplayer. We've already got people in chat because we were just playing some trials. Let's see how this goes. I've got an orange. I've got my last tea bag and a cup of tea. We're going to have to do some menus though. I do warn you guys with ACC because we just redid the files. So menu stream, here we go. Hello. Here we go. I have to turn the music off in this as well. English. First name. Ah, oh, these real names. Why not? James. West. Gimmer. Muskelen. Aim a muscle. Here we go. Jim West, Desperado. Wicked Wild Wild West, Jim West. I'm actually a cowboy. Samuel Longman? Ah! It's Samuel Longman! Guys, it's Samuel Longman, the longest man in the world, saviour of aeroplanes, feet from the gods, head in orbit. Oh, Doc, it's the moon. Samuel Longman. Oh, welcome back, Samuel. How's it going, man? He's the longest man in the whole world. It's Samuel Longman. He can't sit in a car because his legs are too long. He has to put his left leg out the left window and his right leg out the right one. It's Samuel Longman. Samuel Longman. You can't overtake his car. Hey, Samuel. And he's not coming back for another 6 months. Ah, good to see you back, Mr. Longman. Ah, Samuel Longman, the legend. I'm all right, thanks. I'm all right. Previously, I accept it. And we've got to do the controls. Again, options, control. Oh, here we go, guys. You love this part. You love this bit. Steer. Throttle. Brake. Clutch. Well, this is working nice. Hang on a minute. Oh, that was my fault. Clear. Shift up, shift down. And that worked pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Let's put a bit of a dead zone in here. Because we got some jitter there, boys. Confirm. I need to fix my brake. It's a little bit diddly bobbed. That'll do. Let's lose half the range of the brake. Why not? Is someone running a server for us? Did you get it running? Confirm. Well, that should work. Drive, view, cycle camera, lighting system, flasher, cycle light stages. Where's the my sim brake bias increased? Oh, it is. Right. Hello. Not sure if everything's been reset, but I deleted all the... Okay. Let's just see if this works, then we'll get the server. Thank you. Bloody hell. I bet we're being copyrighted now. So annoying.
Green light, give it all you can.
Oh god, it's got all the crap on. Well, yeah, I thought the dynamic dampening was what was causing the early force feedback things, but there was something separate. This is the gameplay settings. Did that not save? The dynamic... Why is the dynamic line still there? Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate the interface on this. Just like how... It's just stupid. You have to like click at the bottom after you've gone through it. It's like it doesn't even follow console game logic. I need to turn the forcing back up in Windows here. Did you hear yourself? Console logic. Console logic is a thing for user interfaces. What I mean by console logic is if you design a user interface for a gamepad, and so you don't want to force it for a person to have to save it. Like they've chosen the settings using the gamepad. They're going to then press B to go back to the previous menu. You don't really want it so that they have to scroll all the way down to click save to then go and then press B to go back. You want it, if they've already changed the setting, you know that they've changed the setting. So when they press B, it should save it. unless it's like a crazy setting, which it shouldn't be on a console game anyway. So if they change it on PC, if they change a crazy setting, then rather than it just going straight back, it comes up with a message saying, "Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure you want to change the setting?" And then they click yes by clicking A on that, and then you press B to go back. That is how you do. That's a normal console user or gamepad based user interface. This interface is very clearly designed for a gamepad. So that's, you know, that's what I mean by that, to explain myself. Right. To be more clear. I could always be more clear with words, but I'm really lazy, so I'm not half the time. Let's turn the force feed back up here. If we do it, we get the server. The frame rate's we're getting a bit of stutter. Oh, the server's up, okay. It's got like an ABS shake that you can feel. We got Thomas, I'm coming to the server. Here we go. Baby, you're all that I want. When we come find the server name, there's no search function. Do-do-do-do-do. Why would you want a search function? Do-do-do-do-do. What's the name of the server? Oh, there is a search function. I just couldn't see it because you know, put a magnifying glass next to it or something. I don't know. Come on, you. If you're designing a game's interface, it has to be designed for people as thick and blind as me. I should be like the ultimate. I'm like the dumbest person ever. So just get me to test these things. I'm an idiot. If an idiot can do it, then it's like, oh, it'll pass with all other idiots. Maybe other people aren't idiots. It's a problem for them. But you know, being an idiot has its advantage. Is there a password on this? Is it T? Try it because you can with it. Is a password T, or have we passworded it? Okay, thanks, Thomas. Thomas Schmidt. Where's Samuel Longman? You still there? Longman. Hey, Scar3SL, have you received your mug yet? I brought my mug out of the cupboard so you can have a preview, 3D preview. Look at that. That's what you've just wasted your money on, you absolute bloody idiot. What would your parents say? Yours says Titwinkle in white, though, I believe, with a black outline. I think I changed it because it looks better. This was my preview mug. It's an all right mug, but it's not worth $13. You absolute fool. You total fool. Enjoy your. You've just paid money to have a bloody branded mug from a moron on the internet. You idiot. I don't even get money from this. You've helped no one. All you've helped is Streamlabs. Or whoever manufactures these mugs. That's who you've helped. Well done. Look what you've done. But it's an alright. It is an alright. I mean, if you want my logo, which is I did move the logo more to the middle because you look here, it's annoying. It's not actually in the right place. So here's me being critical of Kunos, and I'm making shitty mugs, and I've not even done it right. So I think on the one you've bought, this is moved further this way. Because even on the maker, it looks fine. But you'll notice there's a big gap there. So I think that's better. So your mug is mug version 0.2. So, there you go. What was the password? Got a bit distracted there. I get like $1, maybe $2. Well, let's see. Streamlabs. Merch. Introduction. Oh, here we go. I'm selling it for $15, but I think that's the lowest I could sell it for. Well, here we go. Price 15. It didn't even say how much I get. I get like $1 or something. That's the lowest I could sell it to. Oh yeah, so I have moved it more to the centre, and the Titwinkle's in white with a black outline. So yeah, I think I get like $1 or something. But you get mugs, so I mean it's all right. T. Password is T in capital letters. Okay. Okay. Oh God, if you move off that, it stops writing in it. And we're going for the new car. Is that the new one? Was that the 20? Oh, I don't mind. It is the new car. Oh yeah, 2018. Oh, are you joking? Why does that make it disappear? It's early access, guys. Oh God. Connect. AC just rubs me the wrong way.
Right, here we go.
Loads fast though. I mean, why is that all blurred? And why is it wobbling around? Oh no, it's loading. It's loading. That's why. Still wobbling though. Texture's loading. Unreal Engine. Where's the steering lock setting? Realistic LCD wobble. Motec display wobble. Oh, it should be in here. Steer ratio. Lower is more sensitive. Yeah. It's to 1. 12 to 1. Let's go for 12 to 1. I like it sensitive. Save. LCD temporal refraction. Drive. Let's change the camera. No, wrong way. Why does it go back to that view when you go back to the... Oh, well. Whatever. It does. Can't, you know. I'm excited to do a race here, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, racing's what we're here for. See, they put because in these cars, the drivers are sat very close to the centre. You end up feeling like you're half a mile away from the bloody steering wheel. From the view. Oh, I should just be able to press escape. That'd be nice. There we go. That's better. I'm only getting 74 FPS. Yeah, there's no front end feel. Anyone that says there's front end feel is talking absolute rubbish. Jab on the brake going into the corner, and the wheel barely tugs on it at all. And that's with really tight steering lock. There's a vibration for the ABS, which is nice. That's good. That's what real cars do. Yeah, I turned the mirror quality really far down already. There's a tiny bit of variation, but it's so... I'm using a crazy direct drive wheel. How much complain? Front end feel rant. I want to try this in a motion rig. What do I think of Brexit? Oh, it's a bloody waste of money and time. Government's messing it up. Oh, Christ. I just drive and be like, woo, race car driver. That's how I feel when I play AC and good cars in R Factor 2 and good cars in Race Room. But I don't get any... I mean, the force feedback's really good in those games, and they run really smooth. The self-aligning works well in this. I mean, like, the back end corrects itself. So I think most people that are using consumer wheels, like T300, G25, that's really what you notice the most, because that's kind of the most prominent force in a driving sim. The biggest innovation in ACC is the windscreen wiper, I have to say. At least the cars don't go mental through Schumacher S's anymore, that's nice.
Alright, your lap is invalidated because of...
Oh, I've got to turn this dickhead off. Shut up! Shut up! I hate this. I hate the radio guy. Ah, where is he? Radio. Radio. I'm up. There it is. Goodbye. Shut up, Jeff. Shut up, Jeff. We'll turn the force back down. This gonna have sore wrists. Sore wrists. I kind of feel like you have to have it turned up, though, to actually feel anything from the game of use. What was I going to change video-wise? Mirror, we can turn the view distance down. Mirror quality. Should I just turn it off? We've got Heli Corsa. Let's just turn the mirror off. Why's my hand keep going? What's he doing? It's like he's knitting. I mean, I've got a 1080 Ti, and we're running on a 1440p screen, so not even 4K. And I'm struggling to get totally smooth performance. Oh, look at the shadows popping in. We need to edit the file. It'd be better with no shadows than the shadows popping in. Because the shadows popping in just totally ruin immersion. It's the tree. Maybe it's the tree detail. You can edit it though, which is nice. It's got its own Heli Corsa counter debate. You can edit the graphics files. So we should be able to set the object LOD levels. I'm still getting weird stutter. It's running at 100 and something FPS. Oh god, the stuttering's horrendous. It's like every 12th frame. Well, if you've got G-Sync, does it do this? There's actually a way to get G-Sync working with my monitor, but I don't know if it works through HDMI. I have to use HDMI for my capture card. I think G-Sync might only work through DisplayPort. I'm hungry and I'm tired and I'm going to bed. Okay. I mean, the thing is, normally if you're running at 100 FPS or 120 FPS and you've got a 100 Hz monitor, it shouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean? With other games, if I'm playing 100 FPS, I don't really have an issue with tearing and stuff. Were you in multiplayer, Bill? I've literally just done a fresh reset of all the settings. Oh, smash that. I really hate college days as they make me, Samuel Longman, as they make me really tired. Well, also the oxygen's thin high up, so that probably makes you tired. Hypoxia is not a laughing matter. Let's park in the middle of the track. I haven't been around, unfortunately. Sleep gets... Well, don't worry about it. There's probably better things to do than to watch my live streams, to be honest. You should develop your own life. Don't waste your time watching this. Most people watching my stream are old and almost dead like myself, so... You know, this is just warm-up before the train simulators. We're bleeding in the flight sims, and then we'll be on train sims, and then we'll be dead, so, you know, you're young. If you're at college, you're young, you don't have to worry about these things. Just focus on getting good grades. Maybe if I run it full screen, let's try that. No, it's still doing it. If you're using a 60 Hz VSync cable monitor, no. You don't want to use VSync at all. You want to, if you've got G-Sync or FreeSync, you want to use that. You never want to use VSync because it causes latency, input latency. Actually, I don't know with a 100 Hz monitor how much VSync affects things. Oh! I think someone drove into me because I was parked on the line. It's 100 Hz VSync. Oh yeah, it's still input lag. Yeah. I was worth a try. Never tried it myself. Yeah, forget that. So, yeah, even on 100 Hz, 144 Hz, 60 Hz, VSync causes latency, input lag, or, well, visual latency. Well, I mean, input's going to be separate, but it'll have latency. Did I not apply it? I didn't. What's going on? Why is my frame rate still so low? There is still like some kind of smoothing going on, or like there's something with it. Some people seem to really like it though, so, you know, I mean, it's another simulator. I know I make a thing out of it, but it's not as bad as like your average game anyway. Look at those reflections. It looks really nice. Grant Mel, I can't because I'm using HDMI cable through Avamedia capture card. Oh, hang on, can we get a quali lap in here? So I use a 4K capture card. And I have to use HDMI because I send the audio. Oh, sorry, dude. Thought my brakes were going to work a bit better. I send the audio through the HDMI that then goes to the monitor. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I need to lower the field of view on this camera. I don't think the physics are necessarily unrealistic. I think a lot of it is just the force feedback. Well, that seems to be running smoother now. Maybe it's just the onboard, the cockpit stuff is causing issues. I don't know. I don't know. This is really hard to drive with this field of view. Well, I wouldn't say that, Gun Sentry. Real world GT3 cars have absolutely crazy grip as well. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say that's an issue with the game. The annoying thing with this cockpit is, and this isn't a problem with the game, this is just this is just the cars in real life. The annoying thing with the cockpits is because you sit so far back in them, for looking out the view, you're bloody miles away. It's like this with DTM cars. Oh, cock. Right, let's try that. There we go. Try and line it up. Well, that seems to be, that looks quite good. Go to bonnet view. I need to be in the car. No, I'm using I'm using the SW20 direct drive wheel mic with the small Mage motor, and then I'm just using the OMP Trecento steering wheel on it. The CSL Elite has a vibration motors in the wheel, which can either can pick up stuff from the game, or it's based off brake pressure. But this will shake from the ABS through the normal force feedback. Well, when you turn the force feedback up higher, it does. It's not doing it now because I've turned the force feedback down. I don't have them plugged in Midlife Crisis at the moment. I'm looking to be swapping my sim rig over soon, so I'm going to have to unplug everything, so I didn't want to set it up. The CSL Elite, all the Fanatec bases now, I mean, the vibration motor is in like any of the Club Sport wheel rims. It's like the F1, the eSports. Hello, Channel VR. Dave Williams. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I think the tyres in this are like, I don't think there's a problem with the physics. I think the tyres are fine. I think it's just that force feedback. I mean, the cars are a little bit harsh when you lock the rears up, or if the rears start sliding, you can't bring them back. But that might just be realistic, you know. Oh, here we go. Off to quali, off to the race. Okay, let's see how this works. We're doing a rolling start. I don't like this setup screen stuff. It's totally... I mean, it's just a mess. It's just a bloody mess. It's just, it doesn't look pleasing. It's horrible. It's crap everywhere. It's not clear. I mean, it's hard to design because there's lots of options with a car. But, you know, it's just a bloody mess. I mean, the fact you've got this weird setup screen here with like these three, you know, it's just crap. What anyone that does simulators would want would be like a thing that has automatically just displays a shared available setup, your best setup. I mean, these presets are probably bollocks. Okay, here we go. First online race in version 0.6 of Competizione with the new Yamaha the Nissan 2018 GT3 car. We're off. 15 minutes. Cold tyres, boys! Woo! Modal. Well, the netcode seems to be working really nicely. We had a little bit of car contact with that vehicle and we didn't go flying. So that's nice. The reflections look absolutely stunning off the vehicles. Assetto Corsa as well. That's a really good addition to ACC. I mean, the Assetto Corsa type display is really spot on for driving sims because people go, oh, it's cheating. I mean, it does look like Tetris. Tetris on your screen. But you don't have the visibility or the audio, unless you've got like a surround sound and VR. You don't have that awareness in a sim that you have in real life. I mean, arguably in real life, you can't see as well because you've got the head restraint, you've got a helmet. You know, so visibility can be bad in real life, but you want to make it fun. You want to make it work, and so having visibility in a sim and something like Assetto Corsa is good. I think it's fine. Oh, I've just took him out. I'm sorry. Oh man, I took him out with no effort. I just pit maneuvered him. That was a bit easy to kill him. I barely touched him. Hey Lucas, not really. There's nothing to really set with this. I've just got it on defaults. All you get good self-aligning force feedback, good suspension, but you don't get any feel, that lead-in feel on the front ends. And I've messed with the settings. It's just not there. You can feel the vibration for the ABS, which is nice, and that's what you get in a real car when the ABS kicks in. But that, you know, that's just like an immersive quality. It doesn't. There's no. You can't use that for trail braking to get a feel for if you're on the limit. By default settings, I mean I've set the gain to like 80%. I'm not using any of the dampening. I've got the sim experience. I've got the SimuCube on about 40% power. I turned the power down because my arms were hurting. We have been live streaming for 6 hours today, so it's my excuse. Netcode's working fantastic, though. The cars are placed really nicely. Yeah, so I mean, the real difference with AC force feedback and ACC force feedback is that when I get on the brake, there's nothing. I mean, I can feel like road texture, but there's nothing of use. That's a huge difference. So I can feel as I can feel a bit of the shake through the corner there. But it's not like a gradual loading analogous to G-forces. iRacing has a new tyre model. Has it activated with all the cars? We'll have to check it out. Does it have new force feedback as well? This car sounds great. Oh, he's lost it. Guys, if we win this race, that's a huge indictment for ACC. I have to say the netcode is running absolutely perfectly. Oh, windscreen wiper. I want my headlight, not windscreen wiper. But the reflections look gorgeous. I can turn my windscreen wiper off. But there it is. It's off now. I thought Jimmy was on holiday. Well, we've got to try that before we go to bed. Bloody Jimmy. What a bread box. I mean, yeah, so if they can just get a bit more feel through the force feedback in this and get the frame rate, get it running smoother, because I'm using a 1080 Ti with an i7. Realistically, like my computer now, if you were going to buy it, would probably cost you like £1,500, £1,300 or something. You know, and to upgrade my system to get a faster one would cost, I'd probably have to spend £1,800 or something to get like another 15, 20 FPS. That's not really realistic for people to have something like that. Oh, look at those flames coming out the side of his car. Barbecue. And it seems like graphics cards are a bit stuck, you know. Nothing's really changing with them for a long time. 16 gig of RAM. You don't really need any more unless you're playing X-Plane 11 or something for gaming. I mean, if you're rendering in 3ds Max or you're doing CAD and stuff, then a high frame rate's worth getting. A high frame rate? What am I talking about? More RAM. But for games, 16's fine. Yeah, I mean, I said with driving sims, my big thing is the force feedback with everything. So, because I drive from field, so that's all I really care about. Mostly, it's not all I care about. It's the main thing I care about. Hang on, 8 minutes here. I've got to get on. I've got to get on. We've got to get first place, guys. First ever. This is our first ever multiplayer race in ACC. I mean, last time we tried, we had some problems. Oh yeah, well there you go. Yeah, but that's the RAM thing. That's why with X-Plane 11, it's just for all the like trees and stuff, because the way that game caches it all in RAM. Yeah, I mean, if they can get the force feedback in this, to have that lead in for the load of the braking and mid corner, like the tyre flex feel, and they've got the ranking in this, and the frame rate runs better, then it'll be a great game. I don't know how many more months of development ACC needs. Personally, I'd say about 5. But Kunos, I get the impression for this update they absolutely hammered themselves for 2 weeks, like full crunch. Because they rewrote the multiplayer code, from my understanding, which is not a small thing to rewrite, you know. It's not like, oh yeah, that's a little jobby. That's like a big... It seems to be working nicely as well. You can definitely tell that the traction control and the ABS in ACC seems to work more realistically than it does in AC. The way it kicks in just comes across as if there's more depth to how it's kicking in, like the traction control system. To be honest, I don't particularly care, but it does seem to be doing more you know, there's more going underneath the hood when it comes to traction control. Well, we slow through there. I quite like aspects of Project Cars 2. I think it's a shame with SMS they overreach. Like if they dial things back like 20% and then delivered that 20% dialed back product with the you know, it would then they would have something a lot better, because there's weird bugs in Project Cars 2, like in multiplayer, people getting kicked out of servers and just strange things happening, and a lot of the cars aren't particularly polished. You know, if they spent more time on them, then because there's like 10-15 cars in Project Cars 2 that are absolutely fantastic, feel very polished and rounded, but then there's like 40 cars that feel like they're from some weird arcade game. Come on, we got more pace. We're coming. 5 minutes. What's TC? Traction control. Basically, when you get on the when the rear tyres start to lose grip and you're on the throttle, it cuts the engine out, so that the rear tyres don't spin up, so you keep grip on the rears. Bit of a switcheroo going on here. Am I going to run out of fuel? I think I might run out of fuel. I'm getting a flashing fuel light. Oh well. I think I've got 3 laps of fuel. We might be in trouble. I'm going to blame the team. Yeah, I think we're going to run out of fuel, guys. Yeah, we're screwed. Underfueled! No! First race in AC! We've got a car behind us. First race in ACC and we're bloody underfuel. I've Dom GTR'd myself. I've caught Dom GTRism. Oh, no. Well, let's hope he doesn't go for the dive bomb. He will do, won't he? I dommed myself. I can't. I've got to win. Right, Schumacher S this. We're going to go on the fuel limit here. We're going to block the inside. No, he's backed off. Right, that's good. Maximum power. We've got to get first. And then we're going to block him with no fuel. Next level strats, guys. We've got to get the pass in. And then we've got to block him. So he pushes us around the track. We got it. We got it. Next level strats, guys. Try and do the cut around. Oh, where is he? He took a really tight line. Okay, we're in front of him. I thought he was going to brake later and go wider. I was going to cut across, but he didn't. He went for the tight line, which is why we managed to pass him on the inside. Oh, no. Oh, he's hit me! Oh! Don't know what happened there. It seems that people can rotate you really easily in this from behind. If someone taps you and you've got turn on the car, you seem to be able to lose it very, very easily. Somehow we caught that. Oh, I can't believe we're running out of fuel here. It's ridiculous. This is going to be close. You can adjust fuel map, and you can adjust the engine mapping. Unfortunately, I do not have the buttons bound. So that's not an option. Oh, God. It's going to be close. They've definitely made the curbing a lot less brutal from some of the earlier builds. Yeah, I had that issue with the AI. I said that in a previous thing, and someone was going, "Oh, it's because you were driving into them." I was like, well, no. The AI, they do it in other games as well. Oh, I've got no mirror because I had to turn it off for performance, so I don't know how far away they are. Maybe it's better not to know. I don't know how far away he is. I haven't even bound a look backwards button. It's not that far. I was trying to go through that a bit slower. I'm trying to coast whilst also defend the place. Who can coast the most? Oh, God. Come on, first place, first ever race. First ever race. First ever race and we win. It's the dream. It's the dream. No, I'm going to coast and I've got to block. I'm using Assetto Corsa. Coast block. Coastal blockade. I'm like a tugboat with no fuel. No. 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 Coast block. Coast block. Schumacher S block coming up. No laps of fuel left. I think we might be okay though. We might just make it now. This is the final lap. 1 litre of fuel. Oh, it's going to be close, guys. Oh, I've got stuck in the slide. Come out of it. See, that is definitely... That doesn't happen to that extent in AC with the traction control. It's just a difference. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Oh, 0.5 litres of fuel. 0.4. 0.3. No, I've got to coast. Block. Coast block. Carry the speed. Carry the speed. 0.2 litres of fuel. No, I'm going to block. 0.1 litres. No, I can't brake because I'm too... No. Not like... No. 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 I'm stuck in the summit. The engine's turned off. The final corner. It was meant to be. It was meant to be our first ever race win, and I ran out of fuel on the final corner. Someone pushed me over the finish line. Why? This is why I hate driving sims. They are even when we're winning the game with no fuel. Someone pushed me. I hate driving sims. Oh my God. It won't even boot up. We were 1 litre out. 1 litre. 1 litre. 1 bloody litre. 1 litre. Push me! Push me! Push me! Oh, God! Come on! I'm going to finish the first ever race. Push me! Come on. Gentle push. Don't... Come on. Oh, he's coming back. He reverse drifted past us there. Go on, a little bit of a push. Nigel Mansell me across the finish line. 1 bloody lead. There we go. There we go. Give me a push. Push. Oh, Christ. Ow. There we go. That sounds bad. Ow. That'll do. That's a push. That'll do. Oh, no. Is there another lap? No, that was it. Well, that was a smooth finish and a smooth race. I'm glad that went well. We were going to win our first ever race in the Assetto Corsa competition. First multiplayer race. 7th place. I know that's qualifying. It's broken. Oh, it's gone back to quali. Did we finish in 7th somehow? Ah, Christ. How do we do replay? can we do? Where do replays save? Oh, we haven't. It didn't save it. Too late. Oh well. Well, that was good. That was great. I mean, the netcode seemed to work really well. I was recording it on OBS, so I hope it's no external view, but Jesus Christ. There you go. I want to test iRacing's new tire model out quickly. Bloody hell! I'm hopeful for the multiplayer. It's just the just that thing with the tires. With the force feedback, performance, general performance, and the multiplayer ranking, and then it'll be fine. It's only the skipping. Well, we'll give it a go. Let's get iRacing up and have a try that out. I mean, it's fun racing. Triggering inbound. God. We were going to win a first ever race. Denied. Where's the... where is it? Where's the skip bibble? Am I missing it? MX5, Street Stock, Delara Dash. Why can't I see the Skippy? How have I still got a B license? I'm like crashing every race I play on this. FFB snob. Get the antidepressants out. Oh man, I've got a cup of tea. That's alright, Scar 3SL, as long as the force feedback's okay. Where's the... Am I going mental here? Why can't I see the Skippy? Are they not running the Skippy in week 13? It's your fault you turned into me. What are you talking about, Dom? Oh, I could just go do test. It works all right. Okay. Yeah, the multiplayer works nicely. I guess that's the thing of the update. That was the main thing they did, so you know. Which crash? I don't know what you're on about. Oh, what, early in the race? In ACC? Yeah, I rotated someone by accident. Oh, no, I ran out of fuel, Dom. At the end of the race, I ran out of fuel. Yeah, no, I ran out of fuel. That's why my car was like messed up. I was trying to get you to push me because I had no fuel. You're not watching. I did a Dom GTR. So that's why I always try to block, because I didn't have any fuel left. That's my only hope to get across the finish line. Yeah, it was me doing it on purpose. Oh dear. They improved the sand in it as well. I can't find the skip barber. This is difficult for me. What's it called? Is it just skip barber? Oh, here we go. No, it's not the Formula 2000, or is it? It is. No, is that right? That's right. Yeah. Should do it. Or do it at Lime Rock first, because it's a track I know very well. Let's give that a little test. I'm giving iRacing's new tire model a little test. I'm not really doing any proper racing. But yeah, no, that race in ACC was really fun. The netcode seems to work. The only thing with the netcode that seemed... I don't know if it's a netcode issue, but it just... when the car contacts, you notice earlier in the race, I touched someone really, really gently and they went absolutely flying. And then later in the race, someone tapped me very, very gently and the car was really, really loose. So I don't know if they can... I don't know if that could be resolved a bit, because that would be quite frustrating in races, but everything else seemed to work great for the multiplayer. Alright, I need to change my SimuCube settings. I need to change my audio. Every time, for some reason, iRacing requires me to probably Scar 3 SL. No, yeah, I don't like the time modeling this. I was going to say I don't mind it, but I do actually. But it's mostly the force feedback. Audio. It's this one. There it is. We have sound now. Have they changed the sound of this car? Hang on. How do the... oh, we need to clutch. Do you have to clutch in the Skippy? Do we just lift? Oh, you can just lift. Do you have to clutch for downshifts? The Skippy's one of the few cars actually I do enjoy in iRacing, generally. I need to turn the force feedback up. Full house. Possibly. I need to turn the force feedback up. I think you might need a C license to do the Skippy. Oh, yeah, through the black box. I forgot about that. The main thing that was annoying with the old Skippy tyre model was, once, and iRacing tyre model in general, is that once you'd gone into a corner, there was no, like, bringing the tyre back at all. It's like you're 100% committed. It wasn't like you... Yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, once you've gone over the limit of the tyre, it's kind of like, well, there you are, you're done. Surely if it's week 13, are they going to put the Skippy on later in week 13? You'd think if it's got the new tyre model. I mean, the one big aspect of iRacing where the physics is really good is the cars are really responsive to the brake, which is really nice. It's something that's lacking in most other simulators. So you can rotate the Skippy really nicely on the brake pedal, which is just not the case with other sims. Even the Skippy in R Factor 2 it's not as sensitive on the brakes. I mean, that is one aspect of iRacing physics that I think is better than all the other simulators. Oh, well, I didn't see it on the thing. Wait, what day will that be on? It might have a more initial turning bite, you know. Oh, okay. I just I just threw it in there. There was no recovering that. I'll try it on a different circuit here. The thing is, Lime Rock Park's a really fast circuit, so it's not really a big test for slow corners and medium, you know. Start at Brands Hatch. They never run the Skippy at Brands Hatch. Well, I think they have done like... Maybe they did once. Shadow of your former self. Hey, Mike. I've always complimented the things that iRacing gets right. The VR, the general performance, the laser scan tracks. As long as no one's lagging, the netcode's really nice. The sensitivity of the cars, like the immediacy of the cars initially, assuming you're not on the limit, is the best out of all the simulators. The tyre suspension feel for the track detail is probably the best out of all the simulators, or slightly worse than R Factor 2, but you know. And the skin setups, voice over IP, there's loads of stuff it does better. The issue is the force feedback is shite. the tyre model for the most part is shite. The damage model in terms of how it gives you damage and why it gives you damage is random, which is shite. The price, having to pay for online, like a subscription plus additional content that's very expensive relative to any other video game, is shite. So you know, there's the offset there. It's an absolute class leader in many regards, and it's the absolute shittest piece of shit in other regards. So you know, you end up with something that's kind of middle of the road at the end of it. You know, so that's why it's so divisive, I think. There's my baby muscle. Shite's not a bad word. I lived up north for a long time. Everyone says shite. It's fine. It's shite. I think it's a funny word. It's shite. I like it as a word. I don't think it's offensive. It's a bit shite. Oh dear. Yeah, when I was at uni, I had a friend that always used to say shite. Why is it? I don't understand why it from first to second it doesn't seem happy, and then after that it's fine. I'm proud to represent the shite. Is it because my RPMs aren't high enough? No. Why does it not like... why is it not like going from first to second, but every other gear is fine? Oh, okay. It lets you catch it, and then there's a certain point where it's like, right, I'm going that way. I think maybe it's just going over the front limit, and that's it. Okay, I think you have to upshift to second at lower RPM. Well, no, the tyres are fine, cold, firm around like that there. It's just that they get to an abrupt... It's weird. I do like the Skippy. You get good racing in it. This brand offends you. The flat trees are a bit shite. Juan Pablo Bellend. Hang on, I didn't push the clutch then. Seems like we can blip on the downshifts. I quite enjoyed doing Skippy at Spa, but it was really annoying. It was more like boat racing than racing. Oh, you did say that. I obviously didn't listen as usual. Come on, when do I ever listen? Look how smooth this is running. 200 FPS. It's really nice running. Super smooth. You notice it with Race Room as well. It really does transform the feel of a game when it's running smooth. Not bad. My sister calls me shithead a lot of the time. that's our relationship. You know. I could do with being able to see the speedo. It's really satisfying blipping the throttle for the downshift. No, there's no rivalry. My sister's way better than me at everything. Well, not at sim racing, but at life, she's really successful. I'm not. She came out the womb successful, and I came out as useless. Been bailed out by YouTube. I don't know how it worked out, but that's I've been saved by YouTube and crazy guys on the internet. Saved. Oh God, there was no warning for that. What the hell? Bloody hell. That was a bit aggressive. There's no force feedback for that at all. It's a common thing to happen through what's the first corner called at Brands Hatch? Is it Graham Hill? No. That's what's the first corner called? Hey Panda Man. I don't have any enthusiasm. Yeah, see the force feedback, it still isn't there. Paddock Hill, sorry. Shite corner. There's a fantastic corner. You can lose cars quite easy like that on it. There's a YouTube video of an old vintage car flipping down the hill doing that. Yeah, it's not much feel for the rears when they're over the load, which is a shame because that's an important thing to have. First turn. That's certainly one way to call it. I do really like the lighting, the new lighting. I know I'm very rarely at this circuit. Like the way that you've got the clouds, and sometimes you're under the cloud and sometimes you're not. I really like that effect. I like that in real life as well. I mean, I don't know if it's particularly better than the old tyre model. It might be. Seems like it's got the same inherent problem of if you go over the limit or you get to the limit, you're screwed. And that's just iRacing. That's the big issue with iRacing's tyre models. So if they've not fixed that, then they're never going to fix it, are they? How do you turn the HDR option on? We'll turn that on. This car's still be really good fun to race. I need to drive it on a slower circuit though. This is iRacing, Lucas Ward. It doesn't feel massively different. I mean, there's you know, the force feedback's pretty much the same. Well, I'll try the HDR. We'll give it a go. Oh, we should try the Porker. Oh, no, they haven't changed the tire model on that. Let's try the Porsche that I hate on that circuit. Let's move the brake bias the right way. I don't think iRacing feels like driving on ice, to be honest. That's not the impression I got with it. And on iRacing, I get the impression that there's like tons of grip, and then you go to the limit, and then it disappears. Whereas driving on ice in real life is very slidey all the time. It's like very, just you know, it's really skiddy. I mean, I guess if you had like studded tyres, it's not. We need to get to sleep, Harrison. Where's the brake bias? What was it on? What setting is it on? Ah, here we go. Just want it forwards rather than backwards. Like 57 is normally. I think it's different sims seem to do this percentage differently. Soul Slave 1, is Fanatec Podium Wheel the best one right now? Well, no, I don't know. Well, it depends really. If you want like the quick release, integrated everything, and have it all just plug in, and you know it's all one nice unit, then yeah. If you want to save money, you can get one of the like Simucube direct drive wheels. In terms of the actual feel of the force feedback, they're pretty much the same. So it's not the cheapest. The quick release is integrated into it. It's really handy. So, and you've got the options on it. But I mean, I really like the Simucube Small Mage. They're very comparable. So, you know, you've got options there. I mean, if you're perfectly happy doing your own custom button boxes, your own quick release, and you're going to use like real car wheels and stuff, then a Small Mage Simucube Simplicity Sim Racing Bay is fine. If from the limited amount of time I had with the early Fanatec DD, it felt pretty much exactly the same. As I said, the nice thing with the Fanatec DD wheels is you can use the Fanatec pedals with it. You plug it all in, one USB cable. You've got the little display on it. You can save settings on the wheel itself, and it remembers them across your different wheels and things. And then you can just get the Fanatec wheels. They're quite expensive, some of them, like 150 to £300 or even more, but then they're, you know, all just works. And yeah, if you use my Fanatec affiliate link, the Fanatec wheels are better for sure. But yeah, if someone was like, if I hadn't got a direct drive wheel and someone was like, oh, here's a Small Mage direct drive wheel with a button box and a wheel, I'd be like, oh, that's bloody amazing. And if someone said, oh, here's a Fanatec DD1, I'd be like, oh, that's amazing. They all pass that threshold, so it's just a case of looking at the features and seeing what you like. They might have sold out of them, Pixel Therapy. There's the company that makes this, the Mage Motors, is now like, oh, for some reason we've had massive demand in Mage Motors. We're not sure why. Where's the fuel? It's at the bottom. No. Where's the fuel level? I don't know. I don't know where the fuel is. Where's the... Oh, there it is. No, fuel target settings. Where's the actual fuel? Am I going mental here? Top left. Oh, I see. There we go. Totally blind. I was looking over it like multiple times there. Mick, no techno. We're in iRacing here. We just did a race in ACC. I think we'll do some more racing in ACC. It worked really well. You know, it was good fun. So we'll have to go through the ACC content, which will be awesome. That weighs it down a bit. Yeah, I mean, the force feedback in this car tells you nothing about what to actually do. Weird. I've got the force feedback on really strong. There was an incident. You what? Well, I know that's what I feel like it should be. I mean, you do get information. You get track bumps and stuff, but you can't use that to help you drive. I mean, I guess it tells you that you're going over a bump, so you know to be careful, but... I like the sound of this car. Ah! 100 knocks! I don't even know how much a knock is. That probably buys you a bag of tea bags in Norway. Thank you. That's what the crew
Throttle!
Thanks for the answer, dude. Greetings from Oslo, Norway.
Oh, I've been to Oslo. I've been to Oslo, man. Have you been skiing? Just, you know, if you take the tram outside of Oslo up to the ski slope. I know Oslo quite well. I walked around most of it. I went to the where the castle is, and I mean, I was only there for like 2 days, so it was a quick tour. But I went to on the coast where there's a little there's like a museum with World War II stuff in it, which is awesome. And I went through the town. I had a beer that was bloody expensive. And I went up the on the train, and there was good-looking girls. I was sat in the train and looked around, and like every girl was like a babe with blonde hair. I was like, "What's going on here?" And then I went skiing on the ski slope, which was awesome. You can just ski off the ski slope, and there's like a forest to the side of it, which is really good. It's only a short ski slope, so I went up and down it like 15, 20 times. But yeah, Oslo's amazing. I would definitely live in Oslo. Bloody cold in the winter, though. Thank you for that donation, man. Downhill. Yeah, I like snowboarding as well, but personally I prefer snowblading to skiing and snowboarding. Snowblading on powder snow is really fun. I got a concussion last time I went snowboarding. I was trying to jump over stuff, wasn't it? It didn't work out well. Snow canoeing, I've seen that. In Finland, women either have very, very bright hair or very, very dark hair. Yeah, Matt, thank you for that donation, man. Really appreciate the knocks. Yes, you know, you look at the external view of the car, and the physics look awesome from the external view. Like, the suspension, travel, and the movement of the car looks way better than AC. Oh, look how that's moving over the bumps. That looks infinitely better than Assetto Corsa. This is the thing. It's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if like the suspension, the vehicle dynamics, the actual general vehicle implementation is amazing in iRacing, if not probably some of the best. But the tire model is bollocks. It's like the tire model and the force feedback is like it's not moved on from where we were with tire models in like R factor times. They've got the sound wrong from the external view because I'd be deaf now if this was real life. Right, I need to try this. I'm going to try Imola again with a proper brake bias. Should have French fried when he pizzaed. We could do let's do this race as well. At Lime Rock Park. We'll register up to that. Am I registered? Okay, we're registered. Can we do a test whilst we're registered to a race? No, this happens all the time, Harrison Atkinson. Where would you know me from? I literally get this all the time. Constantly. I look super generic. This is no joke. It's bloody constant. I saw you on holiday. Ah, well, you look like my friend. Oh, no, it wasn't me. I just looked like character number 4. Game face number 6. Generic white bold man number 6. I was like, when God was like designing me, he was like, oh, that'll do, whatever. He just pressed random on the face and body generator. Average 7. That'll do. Thanks God. Right. Oh, we can test. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do my Imola lap. Give me a breakdown then. Future clone genome Terminator. That's it. I need to shave my beard actually. It's got a bit too long. What's Imola called in this? It's not called Imola, is it? It's called something else. It's like, what is it called? Oh, this one. There you go. I mean, you know. Random plus Kubica knows. Yeah, Kubica did the when he was creating Robert Kubica, he picked the same nose, but he randomised the face to Polish face. I mean, if only I got Kubica genes, mind you, then I would have had like a lust to drive into trees in a rally car. So maybe it's good that I didn't get the Kubica dreams. Oh dear. Oh, click the like button, guys, or don't click it. It's up to you. It's up to you. Kubitz is awesome. Well, I'd like to meet him. That'd be good. What about Kubica Jeans? What do you mean? Kubitz is like the only. Basically, I mean, we've been through this before. In Formula One, there was like Kobayashi was mental. Michael Schumacher was mental. Max Verstappen's a bit mental. Kubica, Pastor Maldonado was just shite. But you know, there's like a list of drivers. Mark Webber to an extent, but it was just random. That always would push, like regardless, even if they're not going to win. Hey, Mike Phoenix, they would just push. They'd like, overtake on the grass and do mental stuff. It'd be really fun to watch. But then now they're not anymore. There's no. I mean, that's it. Well, at least Kubica is back in. But I mean, obviously, Michael Schumacher's not going to be driving anytime soon, and there's no one else in. Max Verstappen a bit. Hamilton, I think, would do. This is the thing. You need people just to have the same car. Just put. If you had Lewis Hamilton, Robert Kubica, Max Verstappen, those three drivers, like even if like people like Alonso, like you know, if you had those top sort of 5-10 drivers in F2 cars, how good would that be? That would be amazing. It'd be so much better than bloody what F1 is now. If you had just put them in Indy cars, I would pay £20 to see that race. I'd probably pay more actually. It'd have to be in HD 60 FPS. But to see those drivers all in the same car and be like, okay, who is the best? Because that's as a viewer, that's what you want to see. Who cares about the cars? I mean, they're around so many limits to them now. The whole excitement for car development up until like 2004 was genuinely interesting because you had like the air from the 60s, 70s and the aero development. Then you had like the introduction of computers and how that affected things massively. But now it's like, well, it's just some like weirdo aerodynamic development that, you know, it's very clever, but it's like, well, it's not interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but it's not. Yeah. You know, I want to see those top drivers absolutely battling it out. Yeah, like a race of champions, but in F2 cars. Formula E. Yeah, I mean, the force feedback's just not there. Get me Rallycross. More like... Rallycross is just totally different, though. You know, as a discipline. I'd want to see him in Formula cars, like Indy cars or F2. Well, no, driving sim's really not fair for like a real-world driver because it just totally throws them off. That'd be good to try. How much are they selling it for, Shumi? I wonder if they'll send me one to review or if I buy one. 3,000. Jesus Christ. I don't know how well it works. I've not had a chance to ever test one out. You can buy a motion rig with 3 actuators for £3 grand. It's almost as much as iRacing. How funny is that? It literally is. You can buy a bloody force feedback chair for the same price as a licensed piece of software. Jesus Christ. The iRacing cost joke never gets old. What if DD Podium sucks? It doesn't. I've used it. It's the same as the small mage. Joe. I was lucky that they shipped me over to Germany to try it out. It was it was nice of them to do that. Got to touch Matt Malone's sausage and everything is great. Yeah, you have to drive 100% off the visuals with this. Pointing gun ahead. Drunk from Carnival. Our race is starting in 1 minute. Oh, God. Trinidad. Trinidad. Better join our session. Not properly. No, I looked at. I've seen videos of it. So I'm gonna hopefully try iRacing out on a motion rig soon. So it'd be really interesting to me to see if a motion rig makes up for the lack of lateral feel in the force feedback. Okay. Oh, I've got to quit this to join the other session. Harrison Atkinson. The G4 seat has, like, well, from the one I've seen, I'm assuming this is the same one. It has side bits that are actuated. So as you go through a corner, it pushes on you to simulate the feeling of a constant load, which is, you know, that's what I'm sort of saying that a force feedback steering wheel should do to some extent. But if you can get it from the seat, that's fine. Because then you should be able to feel through the trail braking, because it's the only way to get a continued force. $3,000 is a lot. Well, it's $3,000, so that's like £2,400. It's a lot of money. But I mean, if it works, it's one of the most the pro sim rigs, like what the F1 drivers use, have something like that, because it's some of them use like inflating air pockets rather than panels that move. Yeah, I mean, one of the problems I've had with motion rigs and smaller rigs is that I have a bad back as well. So I have this reclined, especially for sitting in it for a long time. I have to. Bucket seats don't agree with me. We've ordered a Sparco R33 for this new sim rig that we'll hopefully be reviewing soon. So we'll give that seat a go. If it's rubbish, we'll swap it out with something else. I heard conflicting reports. Some people say the back of it's really rubbish, but then I'll probably use a pillow with it anyway. I might add some foam to it. And then other people say it's great. So we'll see. We'll review it. We'll review it. Car seat review. Here we go. A bit of lime rock in the Mazda here. Week 13 carnage. Then, yeah. Nice going. Well, I mean, if that new seat is awful, I might have to put chair muscle back on that rig, but I don't know if he'll fit. Just don't know. Yeah, I mean like some of these. If you're going to get a direct drive, having a very solid sim rig is a nice, it's a nice thing to have. It does make it feel a little bit better. Son of God, Richard Guru. Sometimes I wonder what's going on. Turn my force feedback back down here. I can do it in the car. I keep forgetting. Play seat's fine, to be honest. Bad back boy here. Yeah, no, I use what I found works well for me is getting really small throat, like small blanket throws, because they mold nicely to the smaller my back, and so that ends up making my back more comfortable. I've only got myself to blame for my back. it's my own fault. So, life of punishment, deserved it. Yeah, I never really liked the GT Omega chairs, personally. With stuff with like backs and I mean a lot of it and chairs, it's so much of it's down to how big you are, the type of back problem you've got, how you sit, how long you're in it for. There's so many variables. See where this puts us. Oh, it does not want to turn. So this is the thing with the fronts in iRacing. How like reluctant they are to bite in when you're putting them under pressure. It's not satisfying. I mean, maybe that's what this real car does, but even in real life, that's not satisfying. Well, dab the brake too hard there. Oh, look, we're 7th. As usual. Of course. Well, that's the thing, Richard. Yeah, I mean, this is what I say to a lot of people with sim rig chairs. You're way better off normally just buying a second-hand car seat. They're always going to be way more comfortable than anything a sim company can put out, because if you're getting a second-hand car seat, you're buying something that would retail for like £300-500, if not more, generally. But you know, obviously it's sold with the car. iRacing blessings be with you. Thanks, Dean K. LimeRock.com. It's a LimeRock.com. Nice one, Thomas. I can't remember how much I paid for this one. I say I stole it from my grandma's car, but that's not a true story. I actually got it off eBay. 10 years worth of skid marks. There's probably teenagers have probably had sex on this chair. It's been everywhere. This probably old people vomited on it as well. That's probably carried a dead body. It's that old. It's been through. Chair muscle's been through a world and back. I'm probably catching like one of those diseases that they dig up in the Antarctic by sitting on it. Exactly. 200 years of white colonialism paid for my chair. Exactly. Exploiting the other continents is what allowed me to have this chair. Stale spunk guru. Oh dear. Well, this should be interesting. How much fuel's needed? 7 litres. Are they sure? Where's the fuel? Oh. Do we really need 7 litres of fuel? Were they taking the piss? I don't trust them. How long's this race? 10 minutes. Oh, it's a super duper sprint. I don't know. He was in earlier. Was my granny hot back in the day? I don't know. I can't even remember. Can't remember seeing a picture of her young. I mean, to be honest, I don't normally look at my family members as being hot. Was she a babe? Grandpa muscle babe. Ah, dear. Seven's okay. I'm trusting Thomas Smith. Thomas Smith's got he's got a German name. Anything he says is fine. Trust him 100%. If I'd listened to Thomas before our first ever Assetto Corsa Competizione race, we'd have won it instead of running out of fuel. Hello, I can't read your name because I don't speak Greek, but welcome along. No, we were doing ACC earlier. We're just trying out some stuff in iRacing. Type Chanel in the middle of the race. Call me Jim. That long name, Jim. That's my name, but call me Jim. Okay, sure. Ask ahead. You don't have to. If you've already asked me something now. Clickbait. We were playing ACC earlier. We've changed over. Oh man, I can't keep changing the title. Tim will fix it. For you and you and you and ba ba ba. Paedophile. That sucks if you're called Jim now. You'll have to change your name. Here we go, guys. Race time. In my Mazda MX-5. Any news about the force feedback problem? No. No news. Codemasters. I don't count on Codemasters. I'd hope that they will fix it, but Codemasters being Codemasters, it might take a while. Dimitri. Well, Dimitri's better. Right. Oh, we're not even starting in 7th, are we? 8th, we've been relegated. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor. Not an engineer.
Race 12, please stay clean.
Flam, flam, flippity flop, floppity flop, flam. Let's go. Boom, ba dum, boom, 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 da bum, 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 boom, da bum, ba bum, bum. I'm just trying to hype up the race here. Green, green, green. Here we go. And it's flippity flom flom. Get ready for some Mazda Bonanza. Green, green, green. That's what we call a launch. Where's he going? Where's he going? Okay. Okay, we didn't touch him. Turn into me, you die. Sorry. He turned into me there. That was not my fault, guys. Watch the replay. I don't think that was my fault. I mean, I didn't want him to get taken out. I think he turned into me. I held my line. That was a Mazda MX-5 move. I don't know. Moving on up. Force feedback can stop us. Oh God, the understeer.
Go ahead on the left here, Mike.
Can I just lift for that corner? I don't know with this MX-5. Oh, it bottomed out there. Oh, we got someone joining the... Oh, God. He's totally thrown that other guy off. That guy rejoining the track just totally ruined that other person. Can't go wrong with a bit of lime rock. We're in a low split. Try to dab the brake a bit to get the front to turn in there. Hang on, what's going on? Oh, that's it. Back marker in front of us. This guy needs to bugger off out of the way. Do you think he'll move out of the way if we go right behind him? I didn't put my way to third. We'll watch the replay. Lies, lies. I'm telling you, it's all lies. Whoa! What you, Jesus Christ! What are you doing, you nipple? Jesus. Can we not have hand grenades to toss in their car when you get drivers that are like that? Raid Westfiller too. He'll be a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. What a nipple. This is only a 10-minute race. It's probably over soon. Got to push even harder. Yeah, but I've got to catch up with these guys. I can't back out. Look at that MKK. All in. All in. All in all the time. It's just how we are. On the limit muscle. You've got to push. You've got to dominate. You've got to increase the potential of having a crash with someone for no reason at all. That's sim racing. Every time I get a bit of sunshine, I feel like I go faster. Dirt line. 4 minutes left. Second place, rear end. It's about to be penetrated. We're coming for you. Stab that brake and the gas. That's how we drive. I'm having the inside. Oh, I've backed out of that so I didn't understeer into him. I think he was backing out expecting me to understeer into him. Should just overtake him down the straight, really. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Dom. Surprised he didn't put on more of a fight. Why does it not turn in there at all? Okay. We didn't need third gear then. Thought we were bogging down, but we weren't. It's week 13, you don't get safety rating, do you? I don't think. Ah, thought we were all right there. This isn't an official race, is it? It's only a 10-minute. Yeah, but is this official? Well, I don't know. When does the drifting start? Normally, when I'm trying to win. But normally when we're doing the sideways entrance into the corners. Entirely on purpose, of course. Oh, I didn't know. I thought this was just a... Week 13 Bonanza race. So that seems slower. It seems faster to just plough through the understeer than to try and get a better line. Use touching the brake gently. Drive the car like a sledge seems to be the way to do it. It's official. I'm officially bad at iRacing. Our final lap. Do you think first place would get taken out by back markers? They say you touched a horse. Not again. Oh God! Just the fronts. They don't want to bite at all. It's like driving with stone wheels. This. I'm in second. The first place guy's miles ahead. This will be like a really low rank race. I'm reporting you for blocking. I don't know who he's reporting. People take iRacing really seriously. Oh, I was trying to jump the curb. Should we do a drift finish? There we go. Second place is alright. I think I'm losing safety rating doing this. Oh well. I've got to do a drift lap for the crowd. I'm going to see the crash. Oh, I was trying to clutch drop it, but he didn't want to pop out. Ah. Okay, let's just do T1 with a drift. Ah. It's really hard to hold it in a drift because just the way the car either wants to be in a complete slide or not, or like in grip. I've parked. I can't slow down whilst I'm parked. What's this on about? Right. I know we'd already finished the race. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I mean you compare it to the one in AC, the way that slides around is much nicer. Where was the accident? Oh, was that it? All right, Bill. Thanks for popping in, man. Have a good evening. Was this my fault? Court of muscle, guys. Yeah, he turned in on me totally. I'm practically off the circuit trying to avoid him, so yeah. I'm already alongside him here. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. Wrong button pushed. Guilty, guilty, guilty. What was going on with all these? Did he take that other guy? He took this guy out. Well, I don't know what happened there. Woo! Through the gap. Yeah, see, we're sort of along him here. He's put a wheel off the road there and slowed down, and he's just turned in as if we're not there. He gets totally winkled from this. Pit manoeuvre. Policeman muscle. All right, Harrison. See ya. You shite. Enjoy. Oh, he's hit the wall tyre 3 times. Right, where was the other accident? Was that it? I think, was that all the excitement? Oh, look at it get dark. Did we take someone else out? I can't remember. Oh, hang on. What? Whoa, he nearly took us out there. What was he doing? Hey, Jason Hawkins. He tried to take me out, surely. Or did he just take the curb in? But we caught it. Supreme control. Lose. What's going to arguing in the chat? I love iRacing. How people get really angry in it. I think that was it, guys. Michael Jackson. Well, there we go. That was good fun. Well, I think it's time to finish, guys. Before I need to go to sleep. It's 11 o'clock. I've had a good stream, actually. I've had quite a lot of fun. Well, we've done some good racing. We had a good racing competition. Yeah, iRacing's all right. We had some good. We did a bit of cruising. I mean, we've been going since 3 p.m. We had to restart the stream 3 times, but yeah, made up for yesterday's pretty terrible stream. So I will catch you guys soon. Thanks for taking part. Thanks for all the donations, everyone. We had crazy donations as usual. You know, I will see you guys all very soon indeed. Don't forget to check out our Discord. Don't forget to click the like button one final time if you haven't clicked it. And well, I don't know, there's not really much else to say. Goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell. Drink your cups of tea. Good night. Good night.